In today's short analysis video, we will discuss on ASML Holding stock. My dear friends, this stock is currently on a verge of breakdown from an important resistance level. And along with that, there are multiple negative factors which has already been materialized, and that would give us an opportunity to short sell this stock. We can initiate a short selling position before a downside momentum gets started. My dear friends, if you'll make a closer look over here, this was an bottom where the stock had given the upside rally in the form of upper sloping parallel channel. And as long as the stock was under this upper sloping parallel channel, the stock got triggered with back-to-back higher highs. If you'll see over here, the first higher rise got trigger over here, the second higher rise over here, and the last higher rise here. But as soon as this upper sloping parallel channel trigger on the downside, first time its higher highs shifted to lower lows. And this is an area where we got a two major negative signal. This was an area where the game started to change, and the most major negative signals are: the first one is upper sloping parallel channel got trigger on the downside, and the moment this channel get breaks on the downside, the first thing you have to do is to protect your short term profit. And secondly, if you'll see, after breaking the channel, it has shifted from higher highs to lower lows, and this was in second major negative signals. Whenever the higher highs get shifted to lower lows, we take that as a confirmation that stock is officially under correction, and immediately we have to stop buying this stock from the current level. Unless and until we won't get any positive structure breakout, avoid buying will be a best option. And my dear friends, now we will discuss diversion. If you'll see the diversion, you will be surprised to know that even diversion is showing a negative diversion. If you'll see, there is a higher high peak over here. There is a higher high peaks, but the same peaks is missing in the MACD oscillation, and this is an area where we are about to get a breakdown. And once we get the breakdown, there will be a momentum on the downside, and that we can utilize as an opportunity to short sell this stock. And my dear friends, the very most important, the most important signal, negative signal, that will be a negative chart structure. If you'll see over here, you will be able to witness the negative chart pattern, and that will be an inverted, this will be an head and shoulder pattern. This pattern has almost burned, but my dear friends, you have to short this stock. Now listen to very carefully, my dear friends, this is very important. If you want to short this stock, if you want to earn a good money, and if you want to short this stock, you have to wait for a neckline to break. So far, neckline is protected. The neckline isn't got broken down on the closing, because the stock is trading almost near to a neckline, and it's about to break. So we have to wait for a confirmation for the neckline to get break on the downside on closing basis. We have to wait, and the neckline is located exactly near to 1004. So if you'll take a round figure, you have to wait for an $1,000 to get break. Once you get a red candle closing below $1,000, that will be an opportunity to short sell. Don't go blindly short sell. Don't just go blindly and trade. You have to wait for a confirmation to close below the neckline. Still, neckline is haven't broken yet. Still, neckline is protected, so we have to wait for a neckline to break. And once it's get break, then this pattern will get active, this pattern will get trigger, and then you can initiate a short sell. And on the downside, you will be noticing the first target will be $965. This will be the first target, and the second target, it will come to to fill the gap of 943. So this will be two major downside target, but for that you have to wait for a neckline to break, and this will be a stop loss. If the stock is succeed, to close above 1045, $1043, then there will be a short covering, there will be a short covering rally. So this will be an area where this will be an area where short seller stop loss will be. So if this level get triggered, there will be an upside short covering, because this will be an area where short seller get panic and they will cover their short and it will leads to an bounce back. So this will be an area of stop loss. And my dear friends, this is it for today's analysis. And in this pattern, so far we have identified the four major negative signal. The first one is upward sloping parallel channel got triggered on the downside. The second one is lower lows shifted to higher highs. The third one is negative diversion between the price action and MACD oscillation. And the fourth one is negative chart pattern, head and shoulder pattern. Almost it's ready. All we have to is to wait for a neckline to break on the downside. This is it for today's analysis, my dear friends. If you really love my analysis, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel for more such videos. Thanks, bye bye.